Happy New Year's Eve, guys! The Horror Man back, putting a positive spin on New Year's Evil. Jason and I are back after the 12 days of Christmas with our next positive spin videos. Considering today is New Year's Eve, we thought this would be the most fitting movie to discuss. I wouldn't say this 1980 slasher film is particularly hated. It just doesn't seem to resonate as much as others with fans. It's more of a forgotten 80s slasher that doesn't get a lot of praise like others. Now, if you ask Jason, he might tell you something different, because it is one of his favorites. Truthfully, I like this one a lot as well, so it's time for my positives. First and foremost, I love the way this movie just feels like a time capsule. With it being set on New Year's Eve, it's as if we're watching the 70s become the 80s on screen. New Year's Evil was released in December of 1980, so I guess the New Year's Eve they're celebrating is 79 into 80. The fact that New Year's Evil is a nostalgic time capsule slasher is a big positive for me. I love that so much of the movie is set at the New Year's Eve party. Just watching the way some of those people dance is a positive. It's so cheesy and so entertaining, but that's something I love about slasher films. I'm a big fan of sleazy, cheesy slashers, and New Year's Evil is one of them. I like that the house band at the party is pretty much the soundtrack of the film. A lot of people don't like that the killer in this one is revealed almost immediately. They also don't like that the killer doesn't wear a mask for most of the movie. Oddly, this doesn't seem to be an issue with some other slasher films. The Slumber Party Massacre comes to mind. That's a favorite among many. And the killer in New Year's Evil does wear a mask eventually, and that's a positive for me because I love the mask. I really like the concept of this. A radio host getting threatening phone calls on New Year's Eve. The killer warns that a new victim will be killed each time the clock strikes midnight in each time zone. I always thought that was a creative way to build a body count in this. It's a holiday slasher that specifically ties into the specific holiday, and that can't be said for all of them. Sometimes we have Christmas slashers that are simply just set around Christmas, but have nothing specifically to do with the holiday. New Year's Evil takes advantage of the night on which it is set. I really like that. That's a positive. I like that the killer is pretty sadistic in this. The victims' bodies are mutilated after they're murdered. The Los Angeles city setting at night is gritty and engaging, and that's a big positive. There's also a scene set at the drive-in, which is awesome, and it's another positive. That scene also features some gratuitous nudity, which we also get early in the film. I don't think I have to tell you, gratuitous nudity is a positive. It's also pretty much expected in a slasher film like this one. New Year's Evil delivers on that front, as well as others. There are some twists in this that I really like, and I also love that after the victims' bodies are mutilated, they are displayed. The body next to the swing and the one coming down the slide are my favorites. The last positive I want to mention is the ending. New Year's Evil has a great ending. As you've heard from this video, despite the lack of attention it receives, New Year's Evil is an 80s slasher film that deserves more praise. As a canon video release, though, it's not surprising that New Year's Evil does get some hate. This VHS is super rare, by the way, and very pricey. I guess that means it's at least highly sought after by some. I've always loved this cover and remember seeing it at the video store. New Year's Evil is a favorite of Jason's, and I really like it as well. But you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Be sure to check out Jason's as well. To which hated movie will we be giving the first positive spin of the new year? Check back soon to find out. Until then, what are your thoughts on New Year's Evil? Have you seen it? Do you like it? Or do you hate it? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy new year. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.